studies. They have never seen them. And then domestic chores like vacuuming and so on, the husbands can say that, oh yes, please go clean, that it's good exercise for you, but it's not necessarily so. It's only if the activities are of sufficient length, duration, and intensity. And indoor activities may be tiring and they are boring, but they may be not good physical activity. They are better physical activity for older people. The older you get, the more activity, exercise you get from indoor household activities. But especially outdoor domestic chores like making garden and so on, they have been shown to be effective in many ways. And one thing I want also to emphasize, which is very important for you here, in every part of the world, we should maintain and increase our ways to be physically active on the way to work and on errands. Because again, it's very regular, and it has been shown, we have shown that it's physiologically effective, and it has been shown that it's also related or associated with decreased risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and colon cancer. Just a few examples. So whenever you can choose physically active commuting, do it. And think about environmental aspects and so on and so on. It's really very ecological also. And here is from last Andersen study from Copenhagen showing that the relative risk of cardiovascular death in those who cycled to work was 30% less the right car than in those who did not cycle to work. But all insurances naturally require continuous activity so that they remain in effect, and all benefits of physical activity are lost if the activity is stopped, or even in both, but it may take for many, many years. I just saw a study which showed that when children were physically active in schools because of physical education, and they went to 3 months holiday, they lost all the benefits of the PA exercise during the summer vacation. And naturally, you can take two large insurance premiums considering your capacity, and then there are risks. I don't go too much on these, but I just show one study which we did where we showed that there is about 100% difference in risk between recreational walking and some of the competitive combat sports like judo, for instance. The risk for per 1,000 activity hours in transport walking was 0.2, and in judo 21.7. 100 times difference in risk. So this, I think, is something to consider when you counsel different types of people for activities. And I don't go to the cardiovascular complications. They are very few, but they are real, and we know that they are in relation to the strenuousness of the activity, to the suddenness of the activity, and to the training state of the exerciser. Those who take vigorous activity very suddenly in untrained state, they are in highest risk, and the risk is there it is already very clear. Or, yeah. And I have here two references or reviews or statements which give us very comprehensive measures how, and based on scientific evidence, how to avoid injuries. And one of the key things here is that by trying to avoid injuries or prevent injuries by individual measures, it will not be very effective. You have to have, for instance, the whole sports society and the whole society to decrease, involved to decrease the sports injuries. And here we have a lesson to every nation, to every sports association, and so on. So, I have already talked about the elderly and go over this quite fast, but there is very clear evidence at the moment that appropriate physical activity can deter the age-related decline of most functions, and quite effectively and with moderate, safe activity. So, a recommendation for you, I recommend that you take the physical activity health insurance for you, because you can always improve your health and you are not immune to risks. But by being physical active, you never know if the risk would have materialized. This is the insurance type aspects of physical activity. And you will actually benefit of your physical activity insurance usually in many ways and usually at many phases of your life course. If not earlier, at least at the old age. And the necessary investments are reasonable, and there is a high added value to added investments. The risks are small, and you can enjoy or you can learn to enjoy or take this physical activity health insurance. So, now,
Maybe.
Did I succeed?
Maybe.
I'm afraid I don't see you, at least
Yes.
not many, to sleep, but I'm not sure if I succeeded. And I think I did not succeed with those young people who are physically inactive, because these kind of facts do not tell too much to them. But I think that for those of you who are decision makers, I might have at least seeded something to think about. And why I did not succeed well, it's because I presented cold facts, and usually cold facts, they don't sell very well. We can take the perfumes, for instance. Are they selling the Dove or the liquid in bottle? No. They sell dreams. They sell dreams. And ladies and the husbands and lovers and so on, they are ready to pay very dearly for the dreams. So the perfumes can be very expensive. Okay. We should learn something about this. But I would say that by telling about the health values and hard values of physical activity, especially for decision makers, it's so to say social propaganda or whatever you want to call it. But it gives social rationale to support physical activity, exercise and sports. But when you go to ordinary people, I think you should not give these lists of health indications and so on. But then you should speak about something else. You should speak or you should sell expectations which meet the needs or desires of the people. The expectations are key for action. Anyway. And so you should sell immediate rewarding experiences like joy, social contacts and so on to the people, but for instance better society and naturally more votes in next elections for the politicians. And so selling physical activity is certainly a tedious task. It requires endurance, strength, power and skills as good performance in exercise and sports always. And dear friends of physical activity, thank you for your attention. I wish you the best luck, great success and continuing enjoyment in selling physical activity. I think you are, or you should be in the position, and I hope you will do that. And naturally, I also want that you take the minimum physical activity health insurance by being active at least 5 times a day. Thank you.
Zahvaljujem se profesoru Vuoriju na aktualnim podacima i argumentima o tome zašto je fizička aktivnost tako važna i kakve su relacije sa zdravljem. Mi smo zaslužili jednu malu pauzu, coffee break, kako se kaže popularno, 15 minuta, pa nastavljamo dalje.